What is going on? So today we're going to talk about how do you go about feeling like less passive and feeling clueless around the world. Because if you're not careful, it's really easy to just go through life not learning anything or doing anything that's meaningful. Yeah, nobody wants to flip burgers for the rest of their life. And that's why the first tip that I have for you is don't try to get things over with. This means that whenever you're doing anything, even the stuff that you don't really like, don't try to speed through it or do a crappy job. Because here's a little secret. That's probably around maybe 70% of what you'll be doing in this life. That's right, all the boring stuff. But how you go about handling these boring tasks really sets the foundation, habits, and attitude you have towards this life. And if you feel passive right now in life, there's a good chance that you are probably having a very lazy attitude. It's the Burger King approach to life. Have it your way. You don't move life. Life moves you. That made me sound kind of smart. Well, kind of, no. You wake up when you have to work. You learn things only when you're forced to. You don't expend more energy than you absolutely have to. That is a very passive life, and it eventually makes you sheltered. This is why instead of doing everything with a man, I have to do this type of attitude, change that to how can I do my best? Take for instance, washing dishes. Sounds like a honestly pretty meaningless chore. Instead of trying to get it over with, like man, should I have to do this? Think about how can I wash great dishes? When you do this, you start noticing like little things like there are greasy plates, there are burnt bottoms, and different dishware require different types of like maintenance. But I know at this point, you're probably thinking, man, more problems. I don't want to deal with all this. But you're missing the whole point. These are the active opportunities that will make you more knowledgeable in life. There's actually a lot of science that goes into dishwashing, and literally there are like whole channels dedicated to just that. I'm making this sound like I like washing dishes. Yeah, it's okay. So change that attitude. Instead of closing your mind off to the different chores that you're doing, really try to engage them. How you do something is really the attitude that you'll use to do everything. If you're looking to become a more independent person that knows how to kind of navigate their way around the world, hit that subscribe button. Next is just stop saying I don't know. Because honestly, let's be truthful here, you probably have said that already too much in your life. Everyone starts off not knowing how to do something. The only difference between someone's active versus passive is that the active person does something about it. And that's the whole thing. I'm joking, there's more. For example, let's say you're trying to learn how to cook healthy meals for yourself, but then every time that you come back from work, it's so tiring, now you have to prep every single time. The passive person will just do the same thing all the time, or just skip cooking and then go out and eat fast food. But if you go on YouTube, just search for just a little bit, you'll see tons of recipes for batch cooking. So literally, you can cook like 5 to 6 meals all at the same time, put it in a little box, put it in the refrigerator, and bam, you don't have to cook that much. That is an active approach. So stop stopping at I don't know. Stop. Next is, if you feel overwhelmed, just take the next step. Right now, if you're feeling like, man, dude, there are like all these different, like 20 different things I had no idea what to do, just start with one. Because if you're climbing a mountain and every time you look up, trust me, you're gonna feel very discouraged at just how far away that thing is. Yeah, I climbed mountains before. And have you seen Mount Fuji? Dang. But if you just simply put all your focus just on the next step, you will eventually get there. This is why you might hear a lot of people talking about people being very present. Because literally now is where all your efforts should be, because that is the only time that you can actually change things. Whenever you catch yourself thinking, man dude, this is so much work, or how many miles are there? You are not being present. You only want to think about the task that you're doing at hand. Last is, you want to train yourself to not be so intimidated by other people. Because when you're around people that are really smart and talented, it's really easy to just automatically think that, man, wow, they're so good at what they do. I feel like a useless person. And this is what stops most people, because they get discouraged and stop trying. But instead, shake it off, look at the situation. This is an amazing opportunity to learn from someone that's really good at something. Ask yourself, what's one thing that I can take away that can actually help me improve myself? For instance, let's say you're just new to budgeting. and someone comes in with like this huge, very detailed 10-year retirement plan. Don't freeze up and say like, man dude, my budget plan sucks. Instead, you can say something like, actually, I'm just starting to work on my budget. Do you have any advice for beginners like me? This way, you just turned your intimidation and part of your ego into something that's actually positive for yourself. You became proactive and not just sitting still, doing nothing. If you like this video, you might like some of my other ones, and I might see you over there.